The Scholastic Ball Report is sponsored by
Mingy Beef Jerky,
Clark's Pump and Shop, Whitaker Bank, Roberts Insurance, Crown Trophy, Sutherland Chevrolet, Rafferty's, Double Dogs, and by Prep Spin.
Hello, I'm Gary Ball, your host for the Scholastic Ball Report. Welcome to the show. We got a great lineup for you this week, as always. The Roberts Insurance Team of the Week, Madison Central Girls Basketball Team. The Crown Trophy Scholar Athlete of the Week, wrestler Birk from Gray Crossing High School in Georgetown. From Nicholasville, we have the Sutherland Chevrolet Driver of the Week with some great sports highlights each week. Clark's Pump and Shop legend, Mike Fields, a sports journalist from the Herald Leader. But we know what you want. You want the best highlights in the state. We got them. The highlights with Brian Milam, Lee K. Howard, Lindsey Goff. Take it away.
Welcome to Game Time 2025. Our first show together in a minute. Brian Milam and Lee K. Howard with you.
Yeah, now with the severe winter weather in the rear view mirror, at least for the moment, right? We hit the bluegrass with all kinds of basketball action tonight.
Yeah, and a good matchup starts us off tonight in the city between Bryan Station and Henry Clay. Two teams who have combined entering tonight 24-5 record. The first of two meetings between the pair, and the defenders out of the gate quickly. Pick it up early. Going inside the station. Friendly Fawn with the easy bucket. Big Green is on the board. Then from right in front of the Henry Clay bench, Rashad Faulkner drills the southpaw jumper. Off the Henry Clay miss on the end. Station again, they're on the move. Justin Richmond for the layup. Station scores the first 11 points of the game. That's going to be a theme in the highlights tonight. Daniel Brown's squad gets its first field goal midway through. Jackson Steven with the corner three. Station goes on to win it 64-56 the final.
No matter who you cheer for or what the sport,
Clark's Pump and Shop is there to support the young people who play.
Whether it's a snack on the way to the game or restocking on the way home, Clark's is the winning stop. And whether you're choosing from drinks, chips, or a one-of-a-kind crispy, crunchy chicken, you'll be a winner no matter what the scoreboard says.
Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
Nearly 1 in 4 U.S. consumers have been a victim of identity theft, even when they did all the right things to protect their personal information.
I did everything right, but an institution that had my data didn't, and now my identity's been stolen.
Banks, hospitals, employers, and other institutions all have your personal information too, and when they're exposed, careful monitoring of your accounts and credit won't be enough.
$110,000 of my hard-earned money gone.
The stakes are high, and even if you take steps to protect your personal information, you're not the only one who has it. Only LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points every second, alerting you to the widest volume of threats. And if you become a victim, a dedicated U.S.-based identity restoration specialist will fix it, guaranteed. Plus, all LifeLock members are backed by the LifeLock $1 Million Protection Package, including reimbursement for stolen funds. Call now or go online and use promo code 35TV to save 35% off an annual plan for your first year.
Oh, welcome back to the Scholastic Ball Report. As we honor the Roberts Insurance Team of the Week, girls basketball team from Madison Central High School. With us is basketball coach Scott True and his senior Cam Britikoff. Welcome to the show, Coach.
Appreciate you guys. Thanks for having us.
It appears that you started the season with a strong upperclassmen team. Talk about the makeup of your team this year.
Well, we've got 5 really experienced seniors who we've relied on that a lot this season. We've also got a couple juniors that have played a lot of varsity minutes. So that experience has been a lot for us. We've been in 2 overtime games, and I feel like that their experiences in the past and their leadership really guided us through those. And it's tough for me to put into words what these 5 seniors have meant to this program over the course of their careers at Madison Central.
Discuss the other accomplishments of your team so far this year.
Well, we've managed to get off to a 13-0 start, which is the best start as far as we can tell since before '98 at Central. And we went to Gatlinburg. We won that tournament down there, the Gatlinburg Pittman Classic, and beat 3 pretty good teams down there. We've managed to get road wins. At Montgomery County was a big one. That was really tough. I think they're 12-4 now or something. We won that one in overtime. So we've done some really good things. We tell them every day, we got to get about 1% better every day and try to do that. And we've done it without a lot of size. Cam's the tallest player we put on the floor. And most of the times, we've played teams where their point guard was as big as she was. So we're doing it with a lot of speed, a lot of defense. We're very good. We're much better when we're in transition. So we're trying to get out and play fast. But I think the biggest thing about this group is their willingness to guard. They're really good defensively when we're right. They're really good defensively, and I think that's been the biggest thing. We can make it very tough on teams to score.
Tell us about Cam a little bit and what she brings to your team.
Well, Kim is always been known since she was in middle school as a shooter. The 2 things that she's doing much better for us. First of all, we give her a hard time about it, but she's a much better defender than she has been. She's worked hard at that. Uh, this year, I think offensively, the 2 big things is she's rebounding much better. She's had multiple games. She got double-digit rebounds, but she's not just a 3-point shooter now. She scored 18 points in one of our games and didn't even take a 3. So her ability to put the ball on the floor and get to the basket has been a big asset to us, but it's also improved her play and is going to really help her when she plays at the next level.
Cam, how did you get interested in playing basketball?
I have an older brother, and growing up, he played basketball, so I was always in and out of the gym, and I kind of just fell in love with it, playing with him, and I knew it was the right fit for me.
As a senior, playing a shooting guard, what do you focus on in the game? What do you play when you play that position? What are you looking for?
Still being the shooter, just taking shots when I'm available or open to take them, but also just getting to the rim or looking for other teammates so they have a chance to score.
You work on in practice to improve your game.
Rebounding, boxing out, defense, my right hand, just a little bit of everything.
It's good. And which area do you think shows the biggest improvement in your game so far this year?
Probably getting to the rim.
As a senior, talk about your leadership approach with the team.
This year, we've been really connected with the younger people, just trying to keep them involved and letting them know that we're here and it's safe to come to us when needed. And asking questions and asking for help is always okay, and we'll always be there to help them. And I think we finally gotten to that, and it's just been really good in us practicing and in games just because we all come together as a team and it works out.
What are your favorite wins so far this year?
Probably the West Jessamine game, just because it was in overtime, and that was probably one of our best games we've played together yet.
What do you like most about playing basketball for Scott True and Madison Central?
Playing with True has always been good. I've played with him since 7th grade, so we always have that bond, and he can get on me whenever. And we know that our relationship will always stay the same, good or bad. And then playing for Central, it just feels like family. Like we all get along, we come together, regardless of any situation that we get put into, we always come back to each other.
Coach True and Cam, with the rest of the season and for being on the show today.
We appreciate you guys very much.
That's it for the Roberts Insurance Team of the Week. They're right out there in Richmond on Main Street, Roberts Insurance. We'll be right back with more on the Scholastic Ball Report.
Founded by Kentuckians for Kentuckians, Whitaker Bank is a uniquely Kentucky bank committed to the communities it serves. At Whitaker Bank, you'll find personalized service, a dedication to excellence, and a genuine desire to help you achieve your financial goals. Visit us at any of our conveniently located branches or go to whitakerbank.com to learn how Whitaker Bank can serve you. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky.
I'm always on the go, so I need products that work just as hard as I do. That's why I choose Pretty Litter, the health monitoring cat litter with advanced odor control. It can save me money on vet bills by alerting me to early signs of potential health issues. Each lightweight bag lasts up to a month, which means I don't have to buy as much litter. I suggest you make the switch and see why Pretty Litter is on my list of favorite things. Visit prettylitter.com today to get started.
NetCredit is here to say yes to a personal loan or line of credit, even when other lenders won't. Apply online in minutes and get funds deposited the next business day or sooner. Go to netcredit.com. NetCredit. Credit to the people.
Hello and welcome back into the Scholastic Ball Report as we honor the Crown Trophy Scholar Athlete of the Week, Ren Birk, a wrestling team member from Great Crossing High School. Welcome into the Scholastic Ball Report, Ren.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You're a wrestler. How got you interested in participating in that sport?
Well, when I was, I'd say around 10 years old, my dad got me into jiu-jitsu, which is pretty similar to wrestling. And so in 8th grade, I actually asked my dad to wrestle, and no one really forced it upon me. And so that's when I started. So it's been about 4 or 5 years now.
So you've been at it for quite a while. Well, you wrestle at the 144-pound weight class. Who's your biggest rival, or which schools are the biggest rivals for Great Crossing?
Going into the postseason, the top 3 guys should be me, a guy named George Dennis from Harrison County, and a guy named TJ Meyer from Walton, Verona, up in northern Kentucky. I'd say we're all 3 kind of neck and neck, so it'll be a entertaining bracket to watch.
So when you go into a match or approach a match, what do you focus on?
Mainly just like scoring points. I just want to get to my attacks, wrestle my own match. I don't want to fall into the other guy's game because that's never a good thing.
So what do you like about being a part of such a great wrestling program there at Great Crossing?
Well, we have great coaches, great teammates, they push us really hard. They don't let us make any excuses. So I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. I feel like they really push me to reach my full potential.
Well, let's talk a little bit about your academic accomplishments. You're a really good
hmm
student with a GPA of 4.0. Do you have a favorite subject or area of study that you like?
Um, right now, I really am enjoying my anatomy and physiology class. I'd say that's my most fun class, most interesting class for sure.
That's great. Are you involved in any other organizations or clubs at Great Crossing?
Um, no academic clubs or anything. I do if I have any free time, I'm usually, fishing or doing jujitsu, but there's not much free time, especially during the
Gotcha.
season.
Right. So, what's the biggest fish you've ever caught?
Uh, I don't know, nothing too huge. Probably probably some catfish out of the Kentucky River by my dad's house, but nothing crazy. I didn't really get a weight on it, but they fight pretty hard. They're pretty big. But it's fun fish to catch.
It's great. So, talk a little bit about your time management plan to excel at sports and any of your outside academics and activities.
Yeah, I just make sure that I'll get up early, make sure everything that needs to get done gets done before I'm out messing around with my friends, and I don't get to do that very often. But yeah, just prioritizing my time management, getting my schoolwork done, focusing out on practice, getting there on time, getting to bed on time. Yeah, there's not a lot of wiggle room during the day to be messing around.
Do you have any college plans yet?
I mean, not really. I've been applying and, visiting schools for wrestling, but I need to figure out what I want to major in first because that'll be a major deciding factor in where I go. So, looking to figure that out hopefully sometime soon, but definitely want to go to college for sure.
Well, thank you, Ren, for being on the Scholastic Ball Report today, and good luck to you the rest of the wrestling season.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
That's it for the Crown Trophy Scholar Athlete of the Week. We'll be right back with more on the Scholastic Ball Report.
Our first Sutherland Chevrolet drive of the week of 2025 isn't necessarily a drive, but all kinds of shots from the Ashland Tomcats facing Lincoln County. And the Tomcats went nuts from three-point range. Preston Hoskins hits a three, and then Xander Carter would rattle home a three. Drew Smith would hit a three. In fact, Ashland hit 16 trifectas at a 78-23 win, and that is the Sutherland Chevrolet drive of the week.
Hi, this is Gary Ball for Crown Trophy of Lexington. Crown Trophy offers youth sports awards, corporate awards. They offer signs and a full line of promotional products. They're located at 2680 Wilhite Drive on the corner of Nicholasville, New Circle Road, just behind Starbucks. Stop by and pick up your copy of our 85-page catalog. Crown Trophy is nationally known, but locally owned with 150 stores nationwide. Crown Trophy, the official provider of plaques for the Scholastic Ball Report and Prep Spin.
Why would you buy life insurance from anyone else when Senior Life gives you all your money back? It's simple. When other companies say they save you a percentage of your money, Senior Life says we give it all back. That's right. With return of premium life insurance from Senior Life, we don't save you a percentage of your money, we give it all back, 100%. It works like this. If you pass away while you're insured, your loved ones get a check for the coverage amount you chose. But if you're still living at the end of the term, you get back all the money you paid, guaranteed. Spend it any way you wish. While others may talk about saving you money, Senior Life is the only one giving it all back. Return of premium term life insurance gives you protection if you need it and 100% cash back if you don't. Get all your money back with return of premium life insurance from Senior Life. Call the number on your screen now for free information. You have no obligation. Call now.
Hello, welcome back to the Scholastic Ball Report as we honor the Clark's Pump and Shop legend. He's Mike Fields from Lexington, Kentucky. Welcome into the Scholastic Ball Report, Mike.
Good to be with you, Gary.
Let's go down memory lane. Talk about how you got interested in sports.
Well, I always loved sports and I always loved to write. So it was a marriage made in heaven. And I knew I worked for a small paper in Florida to get started, and they had me going to some city council meetings and school board meetings, and then on the side I do ball games, and I figured out pretty quickly I'd rather go to the ball games than the city council and school board meetings, and that was started, and I stuck with it for almost 45 years, and I couldn't have had a better career choice. It was a lot of fun. I never considered when I got up in the morning I was going to work. I was getting up to go do something I really enjoyed.
Second that, I'd much rather go to a ball game than the city council meeting. Man, oh man. When and where did you get interested in journalism, which led to your print media career?
Well, when I was in high school, I loved to write. I had great teachers who encouraged me, and it was always in the back of my mind. I was terrible at math. I was terrible at science. I liked English. So, again, it was an easy choice. You play to your strengths, and I knew I could maybe write a little. I knew I couldn't do math or do any chemistry. So, it was easy.
I'm glad you played to your strengths because you certainly were a great writer.
I appreciate
You've been
that.
on the sports You've been on the sports scene in Lexington and statewide since your days of covering high school sports for the Herald Leader. Talk about the days there and coverage of some of your favorite high school events.
Oh man, I was actually covering high school sports when I first came back to Kentucky at Henderson. Worked at the Henderson Gleaner in mid 1970s, and then when I went to Evansville and worked for the Sunday Courier and Press there, I covered high schools. I was covering Apollo when they were undefeated. Drakesboro was undefeated in 78. They were both undefeated. Apollo won, got to the Sweet 16 undefeated, and lost to Shelby County in the first round. And from there, for the next, like I say, for the next 45 years, the Sweet 16 was always my favorite. I covered, I think, 44 straight greatest shows in hoops, and what great drama they provided. 83 with Henry Clay winning in triple overtime, 82 the year before when Paul Andrews hit a half-court shot to win it for Laurel County. I had a front row seat, and it was just a thrill to be there. It was work, but it was enjoyable work. In football, I saw some great players. You get to see Tim Couch before most people knew who Tim Couch was. I got a sneak peek at him. He ended up going to the #1 pick in the NFL draft. I remember the 2002 state football finals between Brian Brom and Michael Bush, 59-56, maybe the greatest football game I ever saw. In baseball, I got to see Austin Kearns, a #1 draft choice by the Reds when he was at Lafayette. That was always one of the greatest joys, is to see these young high school players before they became, legends, and before they became great college players, before they became pros. I got to see them in high school when they were still just playing the game, as kids, and that was always kind of cool.
Are there any funny stories over the years covering sports for you, Mike?
Wow. Well, if you worked in Lexington, you got to be around people like Roy Walton at Tate's Creek, who was a character beyond characters. I remember we were, my wife and I were expecting our third child in the late 80s, and Roy Walton always said, Mike, now when that baby's born, I'd appreciate it if you'd name her Royetta. And we laughed, and it turned out to be my daughter, Mary Kate. But 18 years later, Mary Kate graduated from high school, and we went to the mailbox one day, and there was a card from Roy Walton to Royetta Fields, and it was a gift card for her. And people like that, Roy Walton, Al Pruitt, Henry Clay basketball coach, Bob Trippier, the baseball coach at Henry Clay, they were such great characters, and it made it fun. You knew they could fill your notebook with quotes and make anything interesting, and it was just it was like a gold mine of stories, because they always had a story to tell.
Well, thank you, Mike, for your dedication and coverage of sports at every level, and for being on the Scholastic Ball Report today.
Well, I appreciate you having me, Gary.
That's Mike Fields, media legend from the Herald Leader. We'll be right back with more on the Scholastic Ball Report.
All right, as of now, Douglas and Great Crossing, they are the teams to beat in the 11th Region Boys Circuit. The Broncos, they've won 7 straight and 9 in a row over Scott County. Steve Helton's Cards couldn't have got off to much worse of a start tonight, down 54-9 at the half. Third quarter, the points piling up for Douglas. Dakari Talbert weaves his way through the paint and scores. Broncos up 47. Scott County trying to keep it respectable. Phillip Grimes with a 3. That's good. More from Douglas. Logan Busen. Watch him spin. If he spins, you know. Well, he didn't even have to that time. 3 makes it 63-15. And then off the miss, Douglas with a run out here. Watch DeMarcus Surratt. He's going to come up with, there he is, a cherry-picking finish on the other end. Douglas wins by, I'm not a math major, but a bunch, 88-32.
If you love cleanliness as much as your cat, you have to try Pretty Litter. Our crystal litter absorbs odor and moisture, which keeps your home fresh and your cat happy. I love that it's low dust and it traps smells, but that's not why I founded Pretty Litter. I made this litter with a built-in health monitor to let you know if your cat is experiencing a potential health issue. And it delivers to your home on your schedule, so you can spend more time saving your water glasses. Visit prettylitter.com.
I'm interested in trying these new weight loss shots, but I need it to be more affordable because my insurance doesn't cover it. I'm not sure which online provider to trust, and I want to ask a doctor a lot of questions.
You don't have to whisper. At Henry Meds, our knowledgeable providers demystify compounded semaglutide, the same active ingredient in brand name weight management meds. If you're eligible for treatment, your medication will be shipped to your door for just $2.97 a month. Join thousands of others who trust Henry Meds for weight management medication.
That's a wrap on the show this week. Special thanks to our Scholastic Ball Report team. They make it possible. Pret Spin's King of Stream, William Warfield. Joel Clace, our director, WKYT. Executive producer, Bridget DeVries. WKYT sports staff, Brian Malum, Lee K. Howard, Lindsey Gall. Until next week, thanks for watching. And remember, for those you see and you don't see, keep your eye on the Scholastic Ball Report.
The Scholastic Ball Report was sponsored by
Mingy Beef Jerky,
Clark's Pump and Shop, Whitaker Bank, Roberts Insurance, Crown Trophy, Sutherland Chevrolet, Rafferty's, Double Dogs, and by Prep Spin.